It's nice to finally see them like trying to pair up stuff with the Grimstroke, because sometimes we just see the Grimstroke picked up and they wouldn't have any single target
Yeah,
abilities.
it's a
that
no
would
for
die.
me.
Yeah, I know. You were not happy about that. I'm starting to learn everything that Lacoste does not like in Dota from this hub.
Remember like a year and a half ago when I was hating on Bane? Like every
Oh, you hate... Because that was when Nature's Pride out. Yeah, you really hated Bane's. Which I don't blame you. He's a nightmare elemental. He gives you nightmares. Like I know you get very scared as a 3-year-old. You were forced to watch Friday,
I was wetting my
and
bed
it scared
until
you.
like
You're
10.
wait.
Yeah.
You said as a 3-year-old he was forced to watch Friday?
Yes, the movie, and he wetted his bed till he was 14.
You mean Friday the 13th, not Friday, right?
Like
no, I'm talking about the Ice Cube movie. He was scared he would never get another job again.
I never want to go to the hood. Where is it?
He was scared he'd never get another job again, but you know what? He has one right here casting Dota, so you overcame it, Lacoste.
Congratulations. Here's your space
TI. We need a party horn. Some confetti.
Okay, so what Thunder Predator needs some physical damage, hard carry. Obviously, Ember can. We don't see much physical damage carry from him anymore. They're going to look for some. And on the other side, you actually need some magical damage, I feel like. You have the Lifestealer. You've already got the Retaliate Centaur. I'm curious. Who do I like here?
I mean, Sven's still
King
in the pool.
Sven,
Yeah,
Wraith King Sven with the Grim. It has to be one of those, right? It really feels like it does. You would have two pretty squishy melee
Sven's in the pool.
There's Wraith King, yeah.
What about Invoker here? Sunstrike set up with Shadow Demon or whatever EMP stuff are now taking on the Wraith King.
Let's go. Do they play it?
I like
Real style does, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I like
Show me Invoker and make me look good. Otherwise, say these other options that are probably right.
That's a lot of stuns on both of these teams.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah, we're not going to see something like a Queen of Pain here, even though it's one of Leo Styles' best heroes. Most likely.
Queen of Pain it is.
If it actually, well, now.
What about too much? There's lots of stuns. So
he likes Shadow Fiend a lot too.
Elusive.
I know, but
it's hard to pick any sort of middle, right? Because every middle hero for the most part is just squishy. Like you don't really have these really tanky ones, and you have so many stuns roaming. I like Invoker, I really do, Dakota.
What about some Death Prophet?
I was gonna say unless you're
to
Death
group
Prophet.
up.
It's a lot of that's physical too, though, with her ultimate.
Yeah, but it's.
They don't a little bit of magic.
They don't have a Crimson Guard buyer either on Thunder Predator, except maybe the 4 Sand King, so it's not off. I still like Invoker, though. I think Death Prog gives you something to group up around, which is nice. Invoker gives you that more individual, like, lane-based matchup.
Would Invoker be too slow, though?
If you go Quaswex, I don't think so. You just get the early phase boots earn and run around.
You can get OD. It might be a bit greedy, OD and the Life Stealer.
I don't like the OD. I think it's not going to do enough. Like, because Lifestealer typically wants to get that hand of Midas and then follow up with the Radiance, and that's just a lot of.
He does shit on the Ember Spirit, which is pretty nice. Force him to go back. They could, if they want to go late game. A Lifestealer OD would be like the ultimate late game versus Wraith King. We'll see.
This is kind of old meta, and I don't know where it stands now, but mid PL versus Ember.
Oh, nah, there's
cool.
no poor man's shield.
No poor man's shield. Yes.
Okay,
we actually talked about it earlier.
I'm pulling old world shit. My bad.
No, you're good. It really is that because we had an Invoker earlier, and I'm like, they should do PL mid. Oh wait, no poor man's shield. Sorry, that item.
All right, moment of truth.
It is nice, Lacoste.
Wow, would you look at that, huh?
All right. OD,
like
old dirty, as they say, comes out.
If you just straight up look at the drafts, I think Thunder Predators looks prettier. Like, just in terms of you have the stuns, you do have some carry. But I'm worried. You have a Wraith King and Ember. Like, they're kind of – they have to get in your face. Meanwhile, EgoBoys, you have a ton of save. You have SD, Centaur, ulti, Lifestealer, Invisibility, and OD. I really like EgoBoys' draft.
I was going to highlight the same thing. Grant is just so good.
I knew you were going to, so I had to say it quicker. Sorry.
Thunder Predator need to do a lot. They need to be in there, and then EgoBoys just have so many ways to just ruin their day and make it difficult and just draw out these fights or just cause chaos. And
this is a really good two-save mechanism that they have. OD and Shadow Demon, you can actually cycle it and have basically 3 of them at one point against the Batrider Lasso, any kind of blink initiation.
None of them are easy.
Stun.
Stampede, Carapace, Rage, they all have something to prevent being jumped.
Against this uncontrollable damage
that
Thunder Predator has.
That's why Carapace is going to do so much work, I think, too. Like, there's so much, AoE things that they have to watch out for.
Yeah.
I really like EgoBoys
Yeah.
draft. It's just if they get outplayed super hard somehow.
Thunder Predator wins this game when the Wraith King gets if he gets a Midas Radiance at about 18 minutes, 20 minutes, they group up as 5. It's really hard for EgoBoys to stop it. But if they have a bad laning phase, I think EgoBoys takes this easily.
I do want it to go late because I want to see the rodeo. I want to see like 4 lassos.
Yes.
Woo! Drag them on back to King. Let him go to work.
Have you
That'd
ever
be
been
great.
to a rodeo? You look like kind of a guy that actually rode a bull or.
No.
What does that mean,
Definitely
Lacoste?
not.
Because he's a very rugged, good-looking guy. And most
Okay,
cowboys are
all right.
good-looking.
Thank you.
All right.
I
You're
am a
welcome.
space,
So you're calling him a
space cowboy
cowboy.
after
Yes.
all.
Space cowboy.
Isn't that a
yeah.
song?
That
It
is
is a song and a movie.
Space Cowboy.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Or I don't know how it goes. I just make
Tommy
it
Lee
up. All right,
Jones.
see you guys later.
All
Have
right,
fun
bye,
with
let's
the game.
go.
Does
All right.
Tommy Lee Jones sing?
No, but he was in Space Cowboys.
Oh.
I don't
okay.
think it was even a great movie. Don't quite remember who else was in that as well. All right, check out the odds below. They got this one pretty close, but Lacoste, I got to say, based on the draft, I feel like this is a pretty good bet for someone like EgoBoys.
Yeah, we can't bet, but I can say that Radiant, actually Dire's lineup looks way better to me. Don't listen to me. Don't at me when you lose your money or win. If you win, you can always donate, but we're not all about that. Money's not important. We're here to watch some beautiful Dota.
So let's get
hop
into it.
in.
I was going to pump fake production at first, but I decided not to be mean to the guys back there. Let's get into it, folks. Game number 2 of this best-of-3 matchup. It is TI9 South American Qualifiers, round number 1 of the losers bracket. That's right, I said losers and not lower bracket. EgoBoys versus Thunder Predator. EgoBoys already have the game 1 advantage. If Thunder Predator lose again, their TI dream is over, and they got to wait till next season.
Oh, look at this. A wraparound smoke between Tier 1 and Tier 2 tower. If someone shows up with all those stuns, they basically have 3 stuns. They're just dead.
So much stuns in this game. Tomato already letting Matthew know what's up. I love that taunt. It looks so fun.
It really doesn't suit Raid.
I was just going to say, it's very un-King-like, so that's why it's just... I mean, that's a lot of these taunts, though. We were talking about the Death Prophet as well. I don't really know where they came from. They're just like, what if she makes a rainbow?
Yeah, we were making a move towards that every hero has a song. AA now has a taunt with a song.
Yeah?
I'm not sure if you saw that one. Throwing some hearts. Very lovely.
Everybody's got to have a little jingle in some way. Some pseudo-copywritten jingle that you're kind of familiar with. Regardless, we get underway. Purple in deep early. TP's to the bottom. We already see Matthew behind the tower. If that was an attempted pull or a way to get some intelligence on who's going to be in the lane, but regardless, they are making the full shift over. We see Lifestealer heading, trucking that way down now. A little late to get there. It's going to be Frank on that Bat Rider now, heading his way all the way up top to where the Shadow Demon Centaur lane is. And then, of course, mid lane.
And bottom
Emperor
lane.
OD. Oh. Well, the way you say that leads me to believe that Matthew could be in a bit of trouble. So we've got 2 tangos. He's going to be down to 1 with those early boots.
Yeah, so they're swapping a lane. Bat Rider top against the Shadow Demon at this point. Also has a TP ready once they swap. He does not want to play against the Lifestealer, but at one point he's going to have to accept his fate.
Yeah, everybody doing the lane shuffle right now. A little do-si-do action here. Everybody doing the cross-country run. Wait, didn't Centaur just go the other way? Now he's coming this way again? He's like, well, I'm just going to jungle. All right, well, you do your jungle thing, sir. And Nyx will fend for himself and try to make it happen. That's going to be an interesting time. I don't know. And Nyx is still running around right now. This feels like too much movement right now, Lacoste, for Dire. And not a lot getting done.
Even though it's Frank on Bat Rider, it feels like they want to give farm priority to Sanking. Because of the counters that they have. Nyx Assassin, even Lifestealer save from both of these heroes. So he's just going to play a Bat Rider and not get the farm.
Poverty Rider, if you will. And yeah, I see what you mean. And allow the Sand King to kind of take over for that. And Sand King pings out that he's heading up top, letting everybody know. And we'll see what kind of approach they can make. They already dish out the first Wraithfire Blast. The counter stomp is there. But Wu can't quite get close enough, fast enough. to dish out the stun, and they're going to be able to step off.
And mid lane,
Oh.
OD already level 4.
Yikes.
Yeah, that might be that he has mana for one more Arcane Orb. We'll pop it. That's a first blood right there.
Leo style. Gets that first blood. Matthew throws him the tip.
Oh, that's going to be 3 null talismans on him. Yeah, it's going to become unlaneable for Ember Spirit pretty soon. He almost has enough to buy a bottle.
I mean, can they summon someone over to help out? Is Grimstroke going to have to head over to assist?
Nah, it's a no.
It's just over.
It's just over.
It's just over.
Really hard for him to make a comeback, at least in this kind of a scenario. These heroes don't rotate that much. It's a position 3 sanking. How much farm does Batrider have? Well, because of all these lane swapping, Batrider will have Boots of Speed soon. Is almost level 3, so maybe he can help out a little bit. If there's an aggressive Astral being used on mid, he should try to make something happen.
Yeah, we are seeing Frank
Yeah, but they see him.
head all the way up over, but he is, as you're mentioning now, heading over a sentry, or observer rather. Will spot the rotation, and they will get pinged out. But yeah, 21 and 10 on this OD at the moment. He's just balling out of control right there. Lifestealer, his teammate here at the bottom, just behind, 15 and 5. Really kind of getting everything he needs to lead things in. Side pull here for the Centaur Shadow Demon duo. Sanking's going to try to deal with that a bit, but yeah, he's still continuing the rotations experience and tag teaming it up with the Batrider. Meanwhile, mid, rotation over, but it's that Lifestealer I was just talking about. He's doing the cross-country run
by.
all the way up top right now. Looking to get on that action maybe as that 5-minute bounty starts popping up.
It's a roaming Lifestealer coming to your pubs.
Okay. Well, Sand King gives him the old how do you do with the stun. Everybody's going to circle around this area soon enough. Meanwhile, bottom, trying to harass back this Nyx assassin, so maybe they can take both runes bottom. Ooh, they're doing a lot of damage. He's going to be forced to pop the wand and head out the other side. 10 seconds now. Sand King already in position to pick up possibly both. Looks like it could be a Radiant 3 to 4 bounty grab here. You do manage to bully back the Nyx. Oh my goodness. 4 bounty runes for Radiant.
Well, that's how you come back into a game.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. To be honest with you, it didn't look like Dire really considered it too much. They were pretty content with what they were doing, except that Nyx assassin.
We're fine. We don't need to pick up bounties.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like they didn't really even, by body language, rotate over it all. But, yeah, you're right. Thunder Predator, if that's an opportunity for them to farm up a bit. Ember would certainly love the extra pocket change, considering this mid lane experience. Level 6, almost 7. Ember, just a fresh level 5.
He even has a point in Sanity's. Once the Astral is up, I think he's going to go for a kill. Yeah, but Flame Guard needs to be down.
Saw Wraith King there. He's doing his own cross-country run all the way up top. Leo's poking him. He commits, but no, not able to get the full finish. But with Matthew behind, they'll be able to get it done.
All
it's
right.
Leo style. Once again, getting the last hit and picking up the mid lane kill. Wraith King's now top. Looking to say, how do you do to Tomato? Open wounds. All right, Wraith King, very confident. Realized he might be a little too overconfident at this point, and he's as good as dead.
Sand King does not have mana for stun. He's actually he has a blink dagger queued up for his item mode. No. That's not
I don't
the
know.
item that you want to buy.
I don't know. All right, Grim also. I don't know what's happening here with the Radiant at the top, but lots of Dire members, 4, able to string together a couple of kills, and they're now 4-0 to start things out. All right, Wu.
Woohoo.
Wu up here. Facing off against the Centaur, there is still some trouble around the corner if he lingers around too much. Wraith King back to the bottom lane, and back to the farm for him.
Yeah, this OD dumpstered Ember Spirit on mid.
He's-
49-19 against 29-1.
He's going to be a problem later, that's for sure. I mean, he's a problem now, but it's a problem that all lanes are going to get to experience soon enough.
Yeah, you need to buy some kind of mana regen item, even Magic Stick against the Shadow Demon in the laning phase, a bottle on a Sanking, please buy a Bracer. He's just gonna go back to base.
Just eating too much. And it's a long walk back here, so 2K net worth advantage at the 7-minute mark already here for EgoBoys. Wraith King has found a little bit of space here at the bottom to work, but Centaur shows up now from his front side. Heavy rotation over though. Look at this. The roaming Ember now from behind. Flexes. Grim's here too. And they should be able to take down the big guy.
Yeah, that's the first kill for Thunder Predator.
Just something to get on the board.
They have 4 Skellies. Not sure if that's enough to pressure the tower.
Oh, look at this. To jump onto Frank, who is trying to do some sort of creep interference on the side. But yeah, that's a low net worth Bat Rider who's certainly not expecting to kind of move forward into his Bat toolkit like he would in any other game.
You're more of a 8-minute net worth, or
I can do it now. I find it somewhere between 8 to 10. Okay, well, see you later, Benjaz. It's the second takedown now, but it looks like they should get vengeance here. That will be the end of the Wraith King, still not level 6.
A lot of rotations, a lot of lane swapping. If you ask me who's who on the team, I could not guess because of all the rotations. Frank on Batrider, that's what I know.
Frank, that's who I know. Old trusty Frank will always have your back. But you're right. I mean, the past 3 or so ganks were like a 14 rotation.
He just fed away gold to Ember Spirit.
Yeah, and now we got a level 9, almost level 10 OD. Just farming away in the jungle. A problem for Thunder Predator later, I'm sure. But looks like we are going to take a brief pause to fix out some voice TeamSpeak action. What else do we have going on? Here on the other half of the map right now, that's going right for Thunder Predator at the moment.
It's looking spicy.
It is looking spicy. But Ember certainly under farm on the recovery for OD. Wraith King had been rotating a lot of lanes. We just saw him taken down again, like twice before he got to his level 6. Now he's able to get there, and he's trying to go for the Midas pickup. But
he needs to come back into a game. He needs that Hand of Midas, but also needs to stop dying. Once he picks up once he picks up a couple of skeletons, he also needs to farm the jungle. Like, Wraith King is the hero right now that can match up with a hero who has a Battle Fury. Like, once you get the Hand of Midas, you're good to go. Like, you want to play for the late game, you want to get to that level 20, so you don't... No reincarnation mana cost, especially against OD and Nyx Assassin's mana burn. Also, I would love to see Nyx Assassin putting a point in mana burn. You don't need, especially in this kind of scenario, you don't need more than 2 points in stun. You actually max out the carapace because how good it is against Ember Spirit and Batrider. If you compare it to, let's say, level 4 Impale, it's still a 14-second cooldown. But if you have 4 points in carapace, it's a 10-second cooldown from 20 to 10.
Yeah. And I couldn't fault you on that logic one bit. What about for the OD, since he's doing so well this game? Is he going to be permitted to kind of play a greedier item build-up right now? I mean, he's got queued up the Yasha Kaya. I'm not sure
Kaya
if that's kind of atypical.
At one point, you're going to need to get a BKB because you're going to become unkillable. I feel like you just need a BKB. Yasha into BKB, then you can swap to one mobility item, either you want to go for Yasha or a Blink Dagger, but I think an early BKB pickup here will be insane.
Who's going to hit the buildings for their team? I mean,
Centaur, Lifestealer, at one
Centaur.
point he does, yeah, some illusions from SD.
Oh yeah, that could help for sure. All right, just want to make sure they have the ability to take the objectives after they're able to get the ganks. Still paused out. I'm not sure why at this point. I think he did return, say he's ready to go, but it looks like the other team is not quite ready yet. And they're asking again if it's all right to get things going, and believe it or not, we will have some Dota. 20 seconds off from bounty time, so that's why we're kind of seeing the hasty approach here, possibly from Radiant. Shadow Demon moving in. There's the stomp. They're trying to get a quick snipe on the support, but there's the Burrow strike assistance. Okay, chases on. Woo. Looking for the setup for Faker to get the grab on the Shadow Demon, and they're successful, leading the bounty rune for the Radiant side.
Yeah, so it's going to be 2 for 2 in bounties.
Mm-hmm.
This time, EgoBoys decided to step up and try to pick up some. Last time, they lost all 4s.
Yeah, good thing. Don't want to allow the free money handover to Thunder Predator when you've already worked so hard in the laning stage. Uh-oh, Frank not caught near the side camp, but still potentially in trouble. Looks like no rotations are even necessary. He's able to kind of get himself back towards the tower, but they're letting him know that he is not welcome there.
Yeah, both of these cores are kind of struggling. Usually you see at least one of them having a Hand of Midas. It's almost level minute 11. What is Sanking doing?
What are you doing over here, Woo? You're far from where you should be. He's confident as ever with his TP, but he's just dancing it up with the Shadow Demon for the meantime. He's got a couple of friends migrating forward here down bomb, jumping from the Ember. Not quite there with the stun setup, but they may be able to get the catch. To the high ground he goes, but OD is here. He is terrifying. Radiant do not pursue. Uh-oh, Frank. Frank, who we just saw at top lane, looks like he had tried to swing by the mid lane for some free farm, but he becomes free food for Leo Styles OD. Nice setup from behind, of course, with the Nyx Assassin.
And Lifestealer seems like he's going to go for Armlet build, which I like more in this scenario, because they could use more physical damage. OD will deal some magical / pure, but with this kind of a build where you get Armlet and Deso, you also have a more building damage and more Roche potential.
Which is a better balance to have, of course, with that OD. So, very good grab for them. 12 minutes in. And it's illusion room for Leo style. Okay, possible catch here for the Sand King. He burrows to the low ground, but the Purge slows him down and then begin to chop away. Ember steps in, but he is too late. Does he know Matthews here? Oh, that Carapace is going to be there. They look to lock him down. Do they have enough, though? Oh, man, it's actually the Ember putting in the work. Centaur's torch down, and Matthews next. Follow-up lasso going to be there. It's Frank's revenge. Gets the pull back onto the Shadow Demon, and it looks like he will be torched up next.
They still have a tier 1 tower, OD and the Lifestealer. They both have TPs. Also, I'm not sure what Sanking is doing. He should just be farming his Blink deck. That's Are they switching things up? Is Frank getting the farm priority once again? Because for first couple of 6-7 minutes, Sanking was farming in the lane, and now they're giving back farm to Batrider.
They're both getting their own lane, and others are in the jungle. So everyone's just kind of taking their own greedy bit of time to do whatever it is. But yeah, not too much rotations coming up from the EgoBoys side. I guess feeling confident that they were going to have the upper hand in that exchange. They're probably going to have a friskier call to action now, I would assume. And, well, there it is. Smoke out the completion of the precious Yasha and Kaya.
Yeah, they should use this OD. He is extremely farmed at the moment. A lot of attack speed, even picked up the left talent.
Oh yeah, he's a nuke.
On level 10.
Look at him. He's a missile. Here he comes. He wants a piece of the king. And they will not get a piece because, unfortunately, the stun was not there. They'll instead take some of his farm and run. But, yep. There's a smoke down.
I'll just pretend
Charge
that this
is
didn't
out.
happen.
Is that for the top lane?
No, the gank on Raid King. Mid lane. They're pushing the towers.
Yep. Okay, from the high ground, they spot out the Sand King within the tower. He's able to step out. Dire make the rotation over to bail out the tower. And they're going to be fine. So, Dire are there to respond. Radiant, I guess, happy to force Ego to be moving around the map. Ego, of course, going to be unsuccessful in that rotation, but Leo has found a Batrider. Doesn't feel confident to obviously do anything by himself. And that kind of gives the information to Thunder Predator that this OD is alone top lane. And they can do what they please with the woods.
I feel like the entire team should take a team fight. They have a full... Okay, Lifestealer, he's joking. He's not going for that armlet build.
Oh, wow. He just chomped up that Sand King like nothing.
Just one more casual
Wow.
Gloves of Haste on a Lifestealer.
That Sand King was just a little bit of gold away from finishing out that Blink Dagger, and, well, that's going to prolong it just a bit. Meanwhile, top lane, Stomp Slash from Benjaz, but Faker flexes it off a bit. Whoa, 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 whoa.
When he
Drunken
sticks
camera
on
right
him.
now. Pull back on Benjaz. It's Frank. Frank now realizes he's the one in trouble, and he'll get stunned down and finished off. Bounties. Claimed up. Faker able to grab that one. I think he also grabbed the other side.
And this Nyx Assassin is going to have a really good game, especially once Raid King picks up that Radiance. It's a guaranteed carrot-based stun.
Still nothing in Mana Drain. He went full stun. Dire still lots of value on their tier 1s. They do not want to hand anything over for free to Thunder Predator. And want to kind of milk things out while they can.
Sand King, is he going to die once again? Oh, all right, he has a Blink Dagger. He just showed that he has it.
Yeah, nothing fancy or a surprise there. I guess they still have a Batrider Blink they can debut later, but yeah, it should be Thunder Predator now have some initiation to work with that Sand King. So that Grimstroke's level 6 available. I'd like to see what they could do. I mean, hell, they can even fly in a bat without a Blink Dagger with that kind of setup and lock some people down.
You have Tranquil Boots, you have drums, you can actually drag people.
Oh yeah.
With just these two items. Centaur once again on the top, baiting a little bit, but his hood is on the courier. He would love to have that when they engage on him.
It's on the way. If he can just resist getting jumped for a few more seconds. Looks like he should be able to have the hood.
And unkillable.
And he's a god. Don't even bother, plebes. I mean, Sand King's waiting right there. They're not too deterred. And they go for it. Nyx is going to be right there. Pops a Carapace on the Sandstorm, thus stunning the Sand King. They'll dish out the stun. Grimstroke tries to step in, but they're going to be able to get the finish. Nyx also falls, so it's a 1-for-1. Epicenter on the back end, but it is now the Lifestealer show. Moving in.
Uses Midas.
And he gets the finish. Oh, no, never mind. It's Leo Style who showed up to get the last hit in.
At least Ember kind of recovered, even though OD's still 3,500 above him. Has that Maelstrom, so that's going to be some damage on him. I guess they're just waiting for Raid King to pick up his Radiance, then they're going to take a fight. Lifestealer's Radiance will be up pretty much at the same time. Not sure if he decides to keep the Gloves of Haste, maybe even go back to Armlet after Radiance.
Oh, they drop a ward. They try to go for it. Beautiful two-man burrow set up from Sand King right there. Batrider tries to roast him up along TP in from the Grimstroke. They get that finish onto the Shadow Demon and looking to make chase through the river to get a hold of Benjaz. Benjaz bumped back nicely. Ember steps in and says, I'll take it from here, boys. Picks it up, and he's now on a killing spree. Further to improve that rough early game. Tomato, ooh, gets a bit of damage and has to step away.
OD still farming his BKB. He's 1,000 gold away from it. I feel like when they hit the timings, Radiance, plus a BKB, they're going to take a fight. Also, there's going to be Pipe on a Centaur, so a lot of magical damage will be negated.
He'll have a full bottom lane to kind of finish out that BKB. Deep commit for Thunder Predator going on a bit of a warding expedition. Grimstroke feels good to do so. Seems like they're free to their own devices to work on that northern half of the map. Everyone else from the EgoBoys side is kind of taking their time, hanging in the base. They're farming through the jungle right now. Sights on Benjaz top. I mean, Centaur's pretty tanky, but not unkillable, it would appear. Certainly with this much in numbers from the Radiant
Not sure
side.
if they want to go for it.
They are going to go for it.
They are going where our TP.
Who cares if you're sure or not? They think they're sure. They move in. They get the stampede, the lasso pullback, and then they didn't do a whole lot, so they might have to reconsider. Meanwhile, coming in from the south, Tomato eats the Wraithfire Blast, and Radiant are already gone.
He's really hard to take down. A casual bracer.
Oh,
And a hood, 50%
spotted
magic
Sand King.
resist.
Good catch there from the Shadow Demon with that disruption. Well, I mean, they're pulling Dire around here and there, but it's not leading to too many objectives.
Yeah, they just bought 3 big items, a BKB, a hood, and a Radiance. They should take a fight. They still have a ward between tier 1 and tier 2 tower on a mid lane. So this is a pretty easy to set things up.
Yep. All right. Tomato looking to start things off for the rest of his team to come in and finish
Midas,
if possible.
nice.
Immediate Midas used on the wave right there. Approach is coming. They've spotted out Pink. It looks like over here on the southern side. The Nyx
he just
assassin.
blows him up.
Oh, man. Oh, at that same moment, yeah, Faker annihilated from the OD. We witness here, of course, a takedown of the Nyx, and now they commence. Moving in. Burrow's setup. OD, though, he's the big trucker right now, and he is just slamming it home with a triple. Almost an ultra, but that is the full team wipe of Thunder Predator.
Almost a rampage. A budget rampage right there.
Wow.
There's no way they're going to fight into OD with a BKB. Also, he blew up
The
Ember Spirit. Yeah, he had 8 stolen intelligence, just showed up there, and that ward showing where he is, he just straight up died.
I stepped to the side to see the Nyx assassin who was caught out, and apparently you blink and you miss it. Ember was gone. And they are going to be rewarded with some tower money, too. Looking good for a 2-0 shutout for the EgoBoys at this moment. Staying alive in this qualifier, Thunder Predator are going to have to start to, well, dig deep if they want to stay alive. Sand King?
He's still TPing. They have no reveal. Shadow Demon has sentry wards, but it's in the base.
Stun. Wraith King's got Radiance. They get the Burrow. Lasso. Pullback on OD. Oh, he just pops BKB, turns around, smacks Frank, finishes him off. Oh, this could be the beginning of the end if Radiant can't make anything out of this. And oh my God, this man. He is not human. Triple kill right there.
64 stolen intelligence. Ember Spirit running away. Carapace, where is it?
Oh boy. To the high ground he goes. And he falls just as fast. That's back-to-back team whites. I was going to say they...
The thing is, they don't have the target to go for. You have Shadow Demon sitting behind you. Center is tanky, OD with the BKB. You can't really fully commit to a team fight against them. And Lifestealer, he went back to that armor. This is the build that I love to see. Like, it still gives you more survivability, some cheap damage.
Wow. That one from rough to now feels almost unwinnable now.
Yeah, I don't see them coming back into this game. If they can maybe split push a little bit, cut the waves. They have Ember Spirit, Batrider, Sand King. They're all good at doing so. Also Wraith King using skeletons to outpush one of the lanes. If they can buy some more time, that would be nice. But at this point, it feels all EgoBoys.
Yeah. If they can maybe get some reckless side farming OD or Lifestealer, there is certainly a bounty over their heads for the ridiculous amount of net worth and just kill streak power they have. But like you said, that is a tall order. Frank's the one to look out for it, though. He can hog tie someone up and pull him back into some serious burst damage. The question is who is that burst damage? I mean, Wraith King doesn't have it. I don't think Ember has it.
And the Lifestealer with the illusion picked up. Radiance Burn will be able to outpush the lanes. Look at him on the mid lane, on the bottom lane. If they take one more fight, they can easily turn that into Roche. And once you give the Roche to either Lifestealer or OD, it's so easy to actually siege.
Just took out the whole wave in mid lane. Choking Radiant back and forcing him to have to deal with it. They are trying to get at least themselves a little bit of breathing room here. Successful doing so, at least at the top lane for now. Still confident to get these extremely deep wards down, which says to me they're just praying for getting a catch while they're farming and minding their own business. Because if I'd imagine EgoBoys, if they wanted, oh, top lane, Ego rotate up, Radiant may be caught out from it.
Maybe. That's a big maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they thought they were going to be able to get the jump onto Ego as they rotated in, but yeah, they're punished for it.
I feel like if they use the Soul Catcher on a couple of heroes, and once OD has Hex and just 2-3 stacks of Arcane Orb, he can blow the whole team up with it. Like right now, he's sitting at the, what is it, 180 intelligence.
That's a smart guy right there.
Yeah, unlike the Silencer that we saw a couple of days ago.
Yeah, this guy knows, he knows numbers and math. Yep. Tough spot for Radiant. Likely to fight this one out to the bitter end, though, because it is potentially their final match for this TI. I mean, so much initiation power, too, for them. And when you got Blinks between the Bat and between the Sand King, you got ways to start fights, but just feels like their firepower just pales to where the Dire is at the moment. They have to just sheer outplay them and hope to catch the EgoBoys.
And the casual double
slacking
damage,
around.
name more iconic duo.
Right in front of the Roche pit. You know what? I mean, the Mighty Ice Frog says we can just make this happen faster for you if you want. This game can be over.
In the previous game, I can't believe they picked up 2 double damage in spawn of 3 seconds. That's a freebie. They're gonna give it to OD. Yeah, Lifestealer seems pretty unkillable, and also if OD is alive, he can save Lifestealer with Astral.
Ember does manage to put together his BKB. It's a 10-second BKB. I don't know if this really changes anything, but it could help. Poor Frank over here trying to lasso to prevent the inevitable. He does get dropped. That Ember does decide to move in. Burrow's there. They get the finish, at least on the Shadow Demon. And the Lifestealer goes down. That's one of the 2 big bank boys handing over some good bounty. Meanwhile, bottom lane. Stepping in is going to be the Nyx. But, oh my God, there he is in all of his mighty evil power right now. It's Leo going to work here,
He's
looking
out of
at
remnants.
Ember. But yeah, Ember's dished out everything he can. He already used the BKB. He used all of his remnants, and there's the triple kill for Leo style. That man is 15-0-4.
Wow. Yeah, this game feels pretty over, but never underestimate the power of throw. There was
Never underestimate the power of throw.
2 easy kills on a top lane. Lifestealer needs to be more careful.
Yeah, who picked up that kill? It was Faker on that Ember Spirit. You know, he's trying to go for the Aghanim's next, and is even after that death still pocketing 1,500 gold. But you know, tis but a scratch.
I'm kind of sad that
EgoBoys.
OD didn't go for Sanity's Eclipse multiplier on level 20.
Playing it safe and going with the free 20 strength. Just
because of how good of a start he has. Also, he's going for Octarine Core. All right. Buys a Blink Dagger. I think he needed to have a Blink Dagger as well, maybe even a bit earlier because of the mobility. Once Centaur blinks in, stuns, he can easily follow it up.
I mean, now he can be,
now with the Aegis.
He could be a vehicle for Lifestealer now. The both of them can just kind of go in and end the game if they'd like. Just go in, drop your ult, drop the Lifestealer, and pray for the women and children.
Yeah, what is Sand King doing? They have no vision of him. He's right in front of a sentry right now. Apparently, they don't want to kill him.
They're like, he's here somewhere. The sand is still kicking up. Woo, what are you doing? Walking with the carapace and all right. He does have a buyback. I guess it's slowing him down in some way. There's that blink going to work now. And Ember. He's got to get back inside, already using one of them remnants. Meanwhile, Wraith King hit with the... Oh, Wraith King.
They still have a Centaur ulti.
Yes, they do. They use it. They run outside. Odie swats away at Woo. That's
a
Woo's
dieback. Wraith King, no
Kotaro.
ulti. Level 17 only if they can grab him.
Using the BKB to run away. That's not good. And now they're just trying to nuke him from afar.
They know there's no sanking for almost a minute. They should try to go in. Aegis is gone in less than 2 minutes.
Sheep on Ember. Ember saved with the Glimmer. Tier 3 drops. They get back to work.
48 intelligence on OD. He has sanities. If he blinks in, he can team wipe them.
I better get the camera up high for this one. Still holds that BKB, still holds that Aegis.
Let's see. He's gonna blink on Ember. Blink disabled by Slight.
They get the mid.
Come on.
Oh, glyphing it. Okay, okay.
Come on, OD, man up.
Chain. You can't get in though. Slow burn. Finish of the racks. Immediate smoke.
They saw that. But
Frank.
they have a vision. There's a ward in their base. Fake back, as we like to call it. Double damage spawn. Same goes for bounty runes. They want to pick those up. I wanted to see OD blinking in and just going ham with the ulti. With 48 intelligence, I don't think anyone survives.
Yeah, he has mercy on this day. They'll just take and ransack the mid lane, step back to go for the shrine, and you know, do things the slow, methodical way for now. But that is now an 18K net worth advantage. Uh-oh. Wraith King. A little
Has
far.
Radiance turned off? Now it's on.
They just sheep him immediately. Odie slaps away. Oh, he gets caught out with the lasso. Wraith King. Oh, the Lotus! They try to bounce it back, but he's got that BKB. They do force out the Aegis here, but the rest of Dire team comes to show up. Leo Style Company charge on forward. Meanwhile, Grim on the side. Just handled. Okay, here's Ember. BKB's popped.
They see sanking.
They go for him instead. It's triple kill for Leo. I feel like I've said that line many times this game. Leo is just 19-0 now. What a performance.
I don't know what to say. Man, this sanking is having a terrible game.
He's struggling right now.
I'm stunned. Maybe he actually is stunning me instead of their heroes.
Well, just activate your BKB next time, stupid.
OD decided to go for Moonshard, about to hit level 25.
Oh my god. What is it, 25? Lifesteal, Arcane Orb. More in steel. Oh boy.
If they want to play this safe, they're going to wait for the next Roche. They took the Raxes on mid, so they're going to be less gold from that. Also, Nyx Assassin picked up a freshly bought gem. So, no vision for the Radiant. There's still a tier 1 tower on mid for Dire.
Yeah. Pretty low, but still standing. That's got to feel good for the EgoBoys at this point. Who'd you say grabbed the gem?
Nyx.
Okay. He's got the bomb in him right now.
And they're hunting. This is the way you hunt with Nyx Assassin. Lifestealers inside you. He turns off the Radiance, but Midas, he needs to hop out and use that hand of Midas.
Right now.
No. I'm pulling a Grant right here.
Anyone to catch, though, for Radiant side. They're only stepping out through the bottom lane. There is a shift heading that direction right now. We see the smoked Leo-style OD lurking within the trees. But there's a decent push happening top lane that no one's defending. Benja's there now. It just chops down that whole wave.
And they're back.
Uh-oh.
I'm not
Mid
sure
lane.
why Skeletons respawn. Hype it up, Dakota. Well,
And
nothing.
he's dead.
Not much happening. He just straight up dies.
Wraith King, he's just trying to take it actually to the OD, who does get lassoed up. They try to pop the Stampede, but the Purge stops him in his tracks, and they're not gonna be able to push him too far. OD,
He's gonna
though,
die.
if they get him, it's a lot of money. Oh my God, 10 times kill streak. That's crazy. And they'll get the takedown of Shadow Demon. This is money right now. Going the way of Thunder Predator. Now it's on the Lifestealer.
Has one remnant.
Just takes it right to the high ground. Slides from there and should be able to TP way.
Man,
He's
big
gone.
That's gonna be another kill. There's
Oh my
no-
God. Carapace though stuns him. 2-man stun. Very nice. Can't even finish Frank though.
Franklin boy.
Well, here's Wraith King again. And that is a finish. Ember.
Another carapace ready soon. But no flame guard.
No, he turns it off.
Oh,
Burrow
triple
there.
borrow.
Very good. Chasing him back inside. Man, Radiant, scrappy as Thunder Predator. Get a couple of kills. They get that big old purse. Who got that last hit?
Of course it was Ember Spirit. And
Oh
he's getting
my
all the gold.
God.
He got 2 strikes. Woo! 2,000 gold from just those 2 kills. Big mistake from Shadow Demon there. He actually used the disruption on Wraith King instead of saving it to save OD because his BKB was on cooldown.
Didn't have to buy back though, but that is pretty nice.
Dakota, this game is still not over, even though they're 20,000 ahead.
Yeah,
Roche
over.
will respawn in 40 seconds, so they need to outpush the lanes.
But that's like one of those fights where Radiant feels good. They don't see the graph like we do. They don't know how significant of an advantage it is. They don't see the exact number. They're just like, wait a minute, we may have just cut the net worth by like 50%.
Yeah, luckily for them, they don't see the graph.
Yeah, right? I mean, they're under a false sense of confidence right now, but that false sense of confidence could take you to the comeback. It really
It's not
could.
like someone that took a piece of paper and a pen and is writing down, oh, a blank dagger, that's 2,000 gold, a sight. Write everything down, and you don't have a bounty hunter to scout their gold.
Oh no, this could be trouble for Ember. He tries
Just
to hide
stun him,
within
just
the
stun
side.
him.
There
Okay.
it is. No chance. Does have that buyback, but good, clean execution right there. Go, my skeletons. Push for me. Finish the tower, please.
I don't know. Keeper of the Light had skeletons.
Every voice I do is Keeper of the Light. I don't know how I even learned this yet.
All right,
I'm OD.
cast next fight with the Keeper of the Light voice.
I'll think about it. If it's hype.
If you ever loved me.
I've never loved it.
So there's a Basher, level 25, Life Stealer. He went back for like a right-click build. Has Heart, a Basher. Now he's going for Abyssal. OD, ate a Moonshard. What do you think Moonshard tastes like? Yeah.
Jinx. Blueberries. Ripe blueberries. No, I don't know. That's a great question. We should ask Ice Frog sometime.
What if we ask
What if it
astronauts
hurts?
to lick the moon?
Oh, Grimstroke dead. Immediate jump over the wall to get him, and they try to quickly pulse as much damage on the tier 3 as they can, and they actually can do some good damage on these towers. Oh my god, look at this Life Stealer. Gone, just like that. Quick Hex, and it is trouble for the Sand King. He tries to slide back it away, but he's already weak and wounded and has to heal up a bit, and suddenly your racks, they're gone. And you're now 1 racks away from being taken out of TI altogether.
Just go bottom. It's that easy. This Life Stealer seems pretty much unkillable. He even put the cheese in his inventory instead of a Basher. I'm not sure he needs boots at this point if they want to slow siege. Chasing Ember Spirit. He knows something is up. They are under a ward. Who
Yeah,
has
they
that
see
gem? Yeah, they got scouted. Nyx. If he blinks.
He's gone. He's already back. So back to that moon shard thing.
Yeah.
What if it hurts? What if it's like giant and painful, but they're forced to eat it? All right,
I
good
don't
chat.
have the answer.
All right.
I would gladly give it to you.
Based on its look, I imagine it's hard to swallow, so it's got to be quite painful. Jump mid lane for the Sand King. They pop him.
They still have Aegis for 3 minutes and 10 seconds. It is time to close out this game. You really don't care about the top lane. There's still a tier 2 tower.
Ooh.
Mid lane is going to push in. OD cutting the creep wave on the bottom. It's time to go in. Centaur building retaliate charges.
Ember picks up an Aeon disc to help survive a bit more.
It's a budget Lincoln's at this point. He needs to go all in. He understands that the game will
This
end.
is it. Final racks. EgoBoys moments away from advance on to the next round to face Infamous. Meanwhile, Kotaro, he loses his first life. Double lasso. Thanks to the assistance of Grim, they get the double pull back. Odie there, though. Pops the BKB. Double stun. Very nice. Ember Spirit could be able to burn it through. But there's the Astral. He pops back out now. Can they even get the Aegis, though? I don't think
Hayama
so.
dying.
He has to buy back now. They catch him right out of the front of the gate, but they're losing their racks.
There's
Back
the
in behind.
hammer.
It gets dropped inside the base, and it looks like they will crumble apart. Faker trying to hold them back.
Or maybe kill the Raxus instead. Okay, they want to go
He has to
with
jump
the
out
style.
of the fountain. They want to make sure he's dead and gone and good, and he is. No buyback going to be there. And that should be game. They don't want to admit it, but I think we all know the truth. Thunder Predators' TI9 dreams are over, and the EgoBoys will be advancing into the next round to take on Infamous for another chance to claim that one and only South America spot.
Yeah, Thunder Predator during the group stage looked like one of the top teams, maybe even a contender for TI spot. But the way they played the last two games, I gotta be honest, Dakota, they don't deserve to be there. EgoBoys are victorious in the end. Some nice performance by them. Patience, but also some of the mistakes. If they want to pair up with the guys in the upper bracket, they will need to step up.
Oh, yeah. Man, oh, man. That was just... It felt not all OD, but, man, what a value. 5th pick OD right there. I know
Yeah.
you called it from the draft, and it just certainly stepped up.
It
was
really
certainly
paid off.
special.
He died only once because of the
Yeah.
probably mistake from Shadow Demon, but it doesn't matter. It's always easy to blame your teammates. Nice performance. Timato, once again, I don't think he died more than twice in these two games.
Yeah.
Really nice performance
He had a hell
from
of a
him
run
as
back.
well.
Good stuff. All right. Well, we welcome back to the hub now. We got Moxie joining us.
I'm back. Oh, God!
It's Super Saiyan Grant! He'd been hit by some sort of space radiation and has morphed into a new form.
I am here. I have come from the heavens, the skies. I have seen your Earth vessel. I am Super Saiyan 6.
Oh, my
Super Saiyan 6.
I have
We are
become-
not worthy.
You are not. I am here. I've been trained by Bubbles as well as Master Roshi himself.
Whoa. Are you as good as the OD was in that game, though?
I am indeed. I have dropped hammers among hammers. The stars fall, but my team still stands.
Damn.
That's
Almighty Grant. Give us
deep
your
knowledge.
feedback, please, on the game.
My feedback on the game was Matthew played a very good Nyx Assassin. The fact they let that get through versus the 3 heroes they picked before it seemed to be a big mistake. This OD just took a very giant dump on middle. And Tomato, guess what? He's back. He played very bad the first 2 days, but guess what? You make the playoffs. Who gives a shit about those 2 days? Play well these 2 and you win.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what they say? Just play good in the grand finals. That's what matters.
Oh, is that? That's
It's
There
that
you go.
easy.
not how you get there. Just play good in the grand finals.
The Grant finals.
The grand.
I don't know. All right, see you guys tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, what do you think, Moxie? Do you think that Thunder Predator went out as a shadow of what they should have been? A shadow of themselves?
I'm
what they should have
very
been?
surprised, actually, because they looked really, really good during the groups. EgoBoys did not look strong, really,
Yeah.
at all. And now, they really turned the tables. They upped their game. I think part of that is, a bit with the draft, like we talked about. That last pick, OD, obviously took them by surprise. And Leo style, I was a little concerned that it might not, work out for them. It was a bit greedy, but he went off. And then, of course, Matthew on the Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin, we talked about it, counters so many of those heroes. So even Frank's Batrider and Kotaro's Wraith King just was not enough to save them. But we got some standings up here now.
Yeah.
What's to come, the future, if
Oh,
you
yeah.
will.
I will say, if EgoBoys plays like this tomorrow, they probably will lose. They had like those 2 deaths. Well, no. I meant like, you remember those 2 deaths they had?
yeah,
not good
yeah.
enough.
Well, like those 2 deaths, it was 120 seconds on the OD no buyback, 90 seconds on live stream. Like, whoa, what are they doing? They have
Yeah.
a 20K lead. I really do think, because they did get stomped by Infamous,
Yeah.
which they're gonna have to play.
Yep.
It's
This is their
rematch.
third chance.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah, you
it
have a
is
good
two
point,
chances.
Grant.
I really
if
do
they
think- I think
make
Pain
some
and
of these
Infamous,
mistakes
yeah.
dive, I mean, Lifestealer and +1 die on the other side, while the other 3 are on different side of the
You
map.
just
Also,
lose.
OD just straight up dies, feeds 1,000 gold for no reason.
So while we are impressed with EgoBoys. We want to see them do good, but you got to make it up because you do beat this team, but both these teams lost to Pain and Infamous respectively in 2 20-minute games. So
it feels
they
like
gotta
they're on
bring
a different tier completely. To
Well,
be
we'll
really,
know
really
for sure.
honest.
Yes.
We'll know for sure tomorrow how
Yes,
big
we
that
will.
gap is between the top 2 players, talking about, Pain and Infamous, and then now where EgoBoys are. Quick shouts to Thunder Predator, though. Good run. We don't know what's going to happen to these players. I'm always a big Kotaro Hayama fan. I love the name. I love the aggression. I know we'll be seeing more of him in the future.
Always.
Hopefully someday back in land shape and on the main stage. That would be hype.
Dakota, you want a trivia really quick?
Hit me up with some trivs.
So who were the – never mind.
That was great trivia, Super Saiyan Grant.
I was going to say,
Thank you so much. My brain can't even comprehend the
I
question.
I didn't know what to actually say, so I lose.
can't translate this
like that
advanced
all the time?
formula
I think
into
you're too dumb to
He's
know
thinking
my
on a different level
He's
since he's got
trying
Super
to
Saiyan 6.
Bring it down for your dumb brain, but I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Sorry, plebs. I'll think of another question some other day.
We got 1 day left, so you better come up with that
God.
question.
On that cue, and a very important segue, we do have just 1 more day left of South American qualifier action. That only leaves 2 more series to come, both of those happening tomorrow. The lower bracket finals, which now is going to feature EgoBoys versus Infamous, and the winner of that to face Pain Gaming, who are already in the finals. That is a best-of-5 finals, too. So a best-of-3 and a best-of-5 going down tomorrow.
Man, I love this. It does it. You got a Brazilian team, and we're getting some form of Peruvian, maybe plus 1 Bolivian. So I like it. A little bit of rivalry going on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Should be good.
Who do you think's taking the whole thing, Lacoste?
I'm going to say Infamous. Even
Infamous,
though they're
huh?
in the lower bracket, I feel like they know the way EgoBoys play. They switched their drafts a little bit. They were mostly opening up with Vorlock and Mars, but Infamous looking like a way better team.
And you'll think
Pain against Pain Gaming. I think it should be a close game.
Okay.
But overall, Infamous will take it.
All right. Good stuff. All right, guys.
If you lose money, don't at me. Like, it's
At
not
him.
my
Tell
fault.
him it's
Don't
his
listen
fault.
to me.
Lacoste, Dota.
Get
just,
him to pay it back.
threaten.
Get him to pay it forward. All right. I think that concludes it. What time is it locally? Is there a filler coming up? We'll have to find out. It's about 6:30 local time for
I think
us.
It's bot TI time.
There's going to be more Bot TI coming right up.
Dotars,
All right. The
what do you
real
think
event.
of that, Dotars? This is your people.
Dotars, hit us up with your thoughts.
Garbo.
Yeah, Garbo for sure. Hey, he's happy about
Wait,
it.
which one's that? Is that a Pepe S? Do I know my memes?
I don't think you do.
What is it?
It's Pepe. I don't know which one.
Okay, it's just Pepe Sylvia. But yeah, we are going to take a short break. When we get back, Bot TI, baby. Stick around, and we will have some fun.